and a couple of people have made it through, but usually they just end up leaving and going out and using again. But if you put them in a program where they can't really leave on their own, somebody's got to go with them, or a counselor go with a group, I think that would work a lot better.
Like a residential thing, like Amethyst House and stuff?
Well, even the Amethyst House or the rec center that they have now, they pretty much come and go on their own. That's more money-making thing. It's like prison. It's not a it's not a rehabilitation anymore. It's a financial institution. They even got companies and stuff that put us to work in the prison. And yeah, they pay you. They don't give you minimum wage. They give you like $1.25, and then they take half of your money because of the job. And like I've been homeless for a long time, and it's just not enough for me to survive on their state pay and stuff. Also, state pay does is give you enough to get your cosmetics and stuff. It doesn't let you get any extra food or anything like that. But they got like at the State Farm, they got a pallet shop. Now they pay more, and they make enough to where they can get some food and stuff, but they still got to have their parents and stuff send them money because they charge so much for just to use the phone. They charge so much extra for the commissary. They got kiosks, machines in there now, and you got to pay to use them. And it's like I said, just a financial institution. Like the Roman noodle soups. Out here, they're like 12, 15 cents a piece. And in there, they're 33 cents a piece. So they're doubling their money.
Yeah.
And the only thing you can go through is, what the hell is it called? It's right out at IYC. But the only people that can buy anything from there is from prison, or in prison. But they got like cold case cards, they're playing cards, but it's got murder victims and stuff on them from unsolved cases. And it asks if you know anything about them to call. And the only thing is, there's such cheap cards, they don't last very long. And now when you're in prison, you have to buy a radio, either earplugs or headphones, and you got to keep buying batteries just to listen to the TV. People go through the alcohol and drug program in there. They'll get a job in the kitchen. They'll steal fruit and sugar, like juice, Kool-Aid.
Yeah.
They make fruits and stuff themselves. And then there's more drugs in prison than there is out here on the streets. I don't use any drugs, so I'm a chronic alcoholic myself. And as long as I'm away from it, I can leave it alone. But as soon as I get around somebody that's got it, I gotta have it.
So I think this might be a good time to transition into the second question, because we're talking a lot about kind of what's wrong with the current system. Do you feel that Bloomington or the local area or just society in general is doing enough to address substance abuse?
Not really. They don't have very many programs here in Bloomington. They try to ship us out of state or up into Indianapolis, Ohio, Chicago, Indiana. But you got to pay your own way to get there, and when you get out, you got to pay your way back. I live on the streets. I ain't got that kind of money. My license is suspended for life. I can't drive. And that's funny because I've never even had a learner's permit. What the hell are you suspending?
Yeah.
But, well, it's like the homeless issue, you know? You got 2 homeless shelters. Used to be back streets, now the Wheeler Mission.
Mm-hmm.
And what used to be the Martha's house is called the Friend's Place. And the Slum Center took that over. But that's kind of like for chosen few, and they got their favorites. But it's like, if it wasn't for the winter face shelter, there's a lot of us out there that don't have a place to stay. And when winter's over, I think they shut them down in March. They have no place for us to go. And then the cops start harassing us because we hang out at the parks or we come in here when there's no place else for us to go.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no place for us to sleep but on the streets. But they've tried it like Project Genesis. But it's like if you go down to the Shalom Center, they trash the place. They don't have any respect. Go down here on the parks on Saturday or Friday morning, Saturday morning, and Sunday morning. There's trash all over the place.
Yeah.
Me and a couple of friends of mine go down there, and we know one of the rec people that go down there and clean it up. But a couple of us try to get down there before then and pick up as much as we can to help them out. So Bill gives us a couple of cigarettes here and there, or if we ask him for $1 or $2, he gives it to us.
Yeah.
Just to try to help us out. I fly sign out here myself to survive, but I get cigarettes. And there's places to go, but like the Shalom Center, there's just so much fighting and arguing and drama down there. I can't stand it. It gets on my nerves.
Mm-hmm.
I got a lot of mental issues too, and one of them is called intermittent explosive personality disorder. And if things get on my nerves too bad, I just blow up.
Yeah.
And half the time I don't even remember. They think it's from my drinking. But I drink so much because I can't afford my medications. And being out here on the streets, everybody I know drinks or gets high. And the cops even stopped the needle truck from coming down to the park on Sundays. And to deter us, like, I don't panhandle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't ask people for money and stuff like some of them do. And there's some of them out there that got apartments and stuff, and they fly their signs and stuff just so they can buy drugs.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I'll buy my cigarettes, I'll buy food, and whatever I got left over, then I'll buy my alcohol.
I'm not trying to cut you